Uh, I'm not gonna give a disclaimer, but I'm gonna give a disclaimer, right? Apparently, we live in a very sensitive world, man. We live in a very, very sensitive ass world. Um, this whole spiritual conscious thing, everybody wanted to be soft spoken. They want, if you come in here for that, you can go ahead and leave right now. We come in here for the straight truth, right? So, as y'all can see by the title of this video, it's titled "The Enemy in the Mirror," right? And I just got off for live recently. I did a podcast, right? I'm just talking about this topic, but I wanted to hit different points, right? The main point would be when something good happens, it's God. When something bad happens, it's the devil. We don't never understand that everything that happens in life, you do that. Like, and we always calling yourself gods and goddesses. Well, we don't really believe that, because if we did, when we would create and accomplish certain things, we wouldn't always turn to an outside entity, into an outside source. So I'm gonna call some of y'all on and just ask y'all a few questions and get y'all insight. So if you want to come on, go ahead and request to join, and so we can go ahead and dive into it. I'm waiting on my homie to come. Where you at? Yeah, I'm about to go live with my homie. See what's good. Peace. What's going on, fam?
What's good with it?
Yeah, so let's go. I'm gonna say my thoughts. I'm gonna let everybody get their thoughts off. But you can just go ahead and do your thing, man.
All right, what's up, everybody? My name is Studi Too Groovy. Um, I'm a nutritional coach, certified nutritional coach, but I also teach metaphysics and social commentary and all that good stuff. And basically, like, I'm gonna come off of what he was saying as far as like how we give our uh, when we succeed, when we put the work in, we always give it to an outside source. Or when we do evil things and we get that karma, we give it to our outside source. And basically, I want to like iterate that we are neutronic beings. And when I say neutronic, I mean when we wake up in the morning, there is no stimuli. There is no positive nor negative energy affecting us. And so every day we got 24 hours to either draw in negative or positive energy. That's why, like, in society, we grow up saying, I feel angry, or I'm angry, I'm mad. And that's the wrong way of saying it. It should be, I'm in a state of anger, because you can't be that. Just like somebody can't actually be evil, they can do evil things, but they can't actually be evil, because uh, a drug dealer can be a preacher in a week. Like, you never know, depending
Yeah,
on whatever
yeah.
they go through. So I just want to put that point out, that we are neutronic, just like there's uh, protons and electrons, positive and negative energy. We are that neutral zone. And depending on what we choose to listen to, watch, interact with, all of that kind of stuff, that is what makes the reality, not the outside entity, because religious figures are literally just personifications of energy, of vibration, of a thought pattern. Yeah.
Well said. The piggyback on that too. We got to understand perception too, right? Because a lot of us always speak about spirituality and we so in tune. Perception is everything. We just talked about this on the podcast.
Yep.
Many people have a problem with me because I'm very passionate, and their perception of my passion is I'm mean. Well, you got to take this in consideration, as if I don't take things into consideration. It's just we have to understand how far behind we are, like in humanity. We don't have time for catering and rocking people to sleep and stuff like that. So perception is one thing. A lot of y'all relationships don't work, even when you get a good person, because they can say, "Hey, babe, I think you might need to work out more, or I think you need to lose some weight. Our perception of them saying that is they don't like the way I look. They're not attracted to me. No, I just want you to be the best version of yourself. But a lot of
Hmm.
us, we can't take that. And a lot of us are always speaking about spirituality. And in order to be really in tune with yourself, it's going to require a challenge. It's going to require a certain level of conquering of self. So we keep looking in the sky for God. Something go good in the world is God. Something go bad is the devil. We just missing a main component. It's you. It's nothing
Yeah.
else. It's you. It's nothing. It's not none of this fairy tale. And I'm in tune with the ancestors and everything like that. But even then, I'm not even accounting and depending on my ancestors to get me out my situation. I'm going to allow them to guide me and educate me, but I'm still not going to depend on these people as if they gonna come off them pyramids and them hieroglyphics and be like, okay, Phoenix, we gonna do this. So you have to start realizing you control your own energy. There's not no outside entity that have more power than you have over yourself. Are there more powerful entities? Yes, but they give you free will. They give you free will. And I don't
And
know if
can
some of y'all are religious or not, but the biggest problem I have with not just that, just the whole concept of that, we give and we just like when you pray, right? You go into outside sources, but when you meditate, you go on in the source within. You know, you're not looking for other people to validate. You're not looking for no crazy things to happen. You channeling your own energy. So y'all have to. It's you. It's not the ancestors. It's not Jesus. It's not Allah. It's not none of that. It's you. You are in control of your own destiny. So I'll turn the table back to you, bro.
I want to say this too. We know that. Well, I hope we know that kind of God is like the personification of positive energy. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
And the temple of God is you. You are the church. You are the masjid. You are the temple. Think about it. The temple and what's in between both of your temples, that third eye. What's the third eye called? The seat of your soul. You feel me? That's how you reach to the higher realms. And so we have to kind of, how can I put this? We got to kind of take the spookism of spirituality and understand that it's all a science, yo. It's all a science. And remember, science is just the observation of known truths. That's
Yeah.
all. So how many times do you have to pray and nothing happens before you set your intentions and then you put the action towards it? Because we think that God gifts us with our prayers, but really what we're doing is asking the universe uh, to give us a certain type of outcome, and the universe will answer your your want, but you have to put the work in. You
Yeah.
can't just say, I want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and you never get up and grab some bread. You
Right.
feel
Never
me?
put in the
Like,
work.
like it will never happen. And that's the difference also between that potential energy, because we all have that potential to do anything we want to, but unless we actually mold and shape that into action, it's just stagnant. It's just stagnancy. So you can pray to God all you want, but if you're not putting the effort behind your prayer, your wants, your needs, nothing is going to happen. And that's why you get frustrated and you're angry at this imaginary deity, or you're blaming the devil, which is this personified negative frequency. You're blaming them instead of understanding that if you are the conduit, if you are the neutral factor in your own reality, then it's on you. It's
Facts.
on you.
Yeah, and the piggyback. Hold on, I'm checking something real quick. Give me 1 second. Oh, to piggyback on that, right? When we speak about like spirituality, we only speak on uh we only touching on it on the surface level. Science, history, and spirituality are all the same things. Spirituality is being in tune. Science is telling you how to be in tune. History is telling you how those before you became in tune. So a
Mhm.
lot of us love to do tarot card readings, sage, insects, and all that. That's fine, but you have to understand there's law too. You know, 2 plus 2 is 4. A lot of y'all are really in an illusion that 2 plus 2 can be anything. Well,
Right.
I just feel that it can be this, and I can. And when you tell people every different aspect of life is dealt with in a fact base. You know, a lion is a lion. You can't go to the jungle and say, okay, I'm a tarantula mixed with a giraffe. That's just not gonna be logical. You see what I'm saying? But when it comes to this physical realm of being a human being or whatever you want to call us, all of a sudden common sense don't really it don't sticks no more. It's not something that's universal. And this is why I tell people, a lot of times people are like, well, I can believe this and this person can believe that. No, there's a reason certain chemicals cannot come in contact with each other. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? There's a reason for that. For one, you are born and made up and composed of chemicals, right? So if you are made up of chemicals and somebody else is made up of chemicals and y'all not on the same ideology and the same frequency, y'all going to blow up. And people always say that, oh, that friendship or that relationship gonna blow up. So again, we have to understand this spiritual stuff all across the board. We got to stop
Mhm.
picking certain things that apply. Okay, I'm gonna be spiritual and sage, but I'm still be insecure. Or I'm gonna be spiritual. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna be conscious and woke, but I'm gonna still talk shit about people when they're not around. Or I'm gonna be, you know, I'm gonna be big into astrology, but when it comes to science, I'm not even gonna look at that. So that's my whole thing, man. I'm here to let y'all know it ain't nobody coming to save y'all. Nobody's coming to save nobody. None of them deities, even the ones that's actually real that you can prove is real, they are not coming to save y'all at all. So y'all can go ahead and pack that up. And I'm gonna keep saying that. It might offend people. Might, oh, you disrespected. It's not. I'm just telling y'all and challenging y'all. Whatever change y'all looking for is right here. It's right. It's
Mhm.
right inside of you, dog. It's right. That God that you looking for, it's inside of you. That W you thinking is under you, it's inside of you. It's all about how
Mhm.
you going to channel that. But yeah, you can go ahead and
Think about it this way, right? Think of Earth as like a big rubber band ball, and all of these ropes together makes this huge structure. But individually, each rubber band vibrates at a different frequency and brings about a different, change, a different width of that rubber band. So when you feeling like sexy, you pulling the sexy string, and that's that vibration. When you getting ready for a fight and you getting yourself pumped up, you pulling that string. I'm just trying to like push the fact that we literally aren't nothing until we put action towards something,
yeah,
towards a thought. We aren't anything. Like, also, time doesn't exist. This reality doesn't exist. Like, it takes nanoseconds for me to even think of the words that I'm saying, and then it takes seconds for y'all ears to translate what I'm saying, and then download it, then understand. And so everything is in the past. This whole
yeah,
reality is in the past. Even me and my uncle was talking about how we're not even factoring in the time that it takes the light from the sun to enter our retina and for us to project the image back out. And so, like, we have to not worry so much about, you know, all of these mundane things, because time is a mental construct to just measure from one one space to the other. You feel me? Like,
yeah,
it's like when you actually think about how the fact that all of this is just a hologram, and we're just feeling sensations, and emotions are just different electrical currents, yo. You can kind of simplify. You can understand that life has a science to it, and if you figure out that code for yourself, and it could, I'm just gonna be honest, and this might be controversial,
Look,
excuse
look, look,
me,
look. We ain't doing
but
on this page. We ain't doing no disclaimers.
I just
They
okay,
when they click on my
okay.
live, they already know what they getting. So if it offend, look, they can go to that other them Dr. King dudes over there. No disrespect, y'all can go over there. Over here, we ain't giving no disclaimers. So if you stumble across this live, just know it's gonna be very stern and in your face. But go
Yeah.
ahead, bro.
In most of us who are intellectual understand that these monotheistic religions, these Abrahamic religions, are just fables and tales to talk about an astrology story, basically. And they just personify a lot of elements. But if you're a Christian and that brings you nirvana and that brings you peace, nobody can tell you nobody should be able to take you out of your heaven. Now, there's a problem when you try to force your heaven upon everybody else. That's where the issue lies. But when you find your nirvana and you find your heaven, you need to own that because that's for your reality. Like my vibration of happiness won't be yours. I like anime. You might think it's boring and it's just pictures and people pretending to talk and be other people. But that doesn't mean we got a beef. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like I'm not a meat eater. I will never eat meat. People always try to get me to eat meat, and I'll never do it. But I'm not trying to force them to be vegan. But that just shows that my vibration of happiness is higher than theirs because they have to prove how effective their happiness actually is. And that's not the goal. The goal is to have your own personalized nirvana, your own personalized heaven here. Not
yeah,
after you die, not before you're conscious of reality, but here. Like that is really our mission for real, and on a personal level, not a unified level, but on a personal level. We're supposed to find our nirvana, our heaven, our paradise. You feel me?
yeah.
I know I said a
So
lot,
the,
but
so, so the piggyback on that, right? And here's where I go to like the science part, right? Because again, you 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 want to find your own purpose in life, right? You want to find your own truth, right? But at some point in this universe, we have to come to a common ground and understand law. 2 plus 2. I'm gonna keep saying this example. It's not 75, but so if you build, so even if you believe strongly that it is, and scientifically that is not, and you believe 2 plus 2 is 75, every thought process for the most part down your little tree of thought will have some type of error in it. Now
yeah,
you might can get away a few years with 2 plus 2 is being 75. You might be able to get away with that, but at some point, the law of science, mathematics, spirituality, whatever you want to call,
hmm
is going to correct you. So my whole point is this: even if we believe in all these different belief systems, right, which is fine, why not figure out things that predate all of this? Because you have people now and they see, Egypt tatted on my neck, and based on the Bible, they're going to crucify that because they don't know nothing that predates that. But then if
right,
you tell them there are dynasties that existed hundreds of thousands of years before a book of scriptures was ever created, then maybe they might be more enlightened. So I just think, and another point you were saying about don't force certain things. The only people forcing shit on us is like when you positive and you on your righteous journey. A lot of times you do have some super conscious people, but for the
hmm
most part, we chilling. Niggas that's out here
facts,
meditate. Y'all know niggas that's out here that's vegan, meditating. I'm not really forcing. Now I'm stern and my words might offend people at times, but for the most part, I'm not forcing shit to do none of that. It's the people that's doing the wild shit. It's the people that's living all type of different type. They forcing they shit onto us, and
facts.
then when we respond, we the conspiracy theorists. We the black supremacists. We the Malcolm X's, which I love Malcolm X, but these are labels these people give us, and
hmm
I'm asking why. Why is negativity promoted at a high scale? Why when it comes to meditation or yoga, niggas gotta be weird. But when it comes to sipping Henny every night and partying, do your thing. Why is that not looked at as weird? especially when you do the science and understand that alcohol in ancient times was a forbidden juice. Niggas was not when people knew when the Arabs created alcohol, our ancestors knew that's not some shit you supposed to be drinking. Now I know it's gonna be some people that's on here that drink. I'm not knocking it. I did it before too, but I'm just saying, if like they always say, like your grandma, if you knew better, you'll do better. But I don't really believe that no more. You niggas know what's in the meat at this point. You people know what's in the medicine. They giving all our black babies ADHD medicine, ADD medicine. Instead of giving these kids these medicines, you should put them in karate. Instead of giving these children ADHD and diagnosing them, you can put them in acrobatics and stuff like that. So again, we in a time where everything matters except for you. Everything, everybody opinion, the way people view you, your family, all that shit matter to you except for you actually taking control of your life. But I turn it back to you, bro.
All right. And I want to make a point too, when it comes to any type of like dogma, the script is in the scripture. The script is in the scripture. Some people don't understand that every single type of stimuli that we endure is teaching us a specific type of way to think, and we follow that script. We follow that scripture. If you listen to murder music all day, you're going to be angry, you're going to be anxious, you're going to want to fight. If you listen to love songs all day, I'm sorry, but you're going to be horny. Like, that's what it is. Like, when we attach our attention to something so intensely, we're creating that. So just on your daily, like, what script are you playing out? What scripture of your life is playing out? Because if you know about the Akashic records, you would know that there is literally a multiverse of scenarios for your life. And really, the life that you're living is just based upon what choice you make, what script you follow.
No,
You feel me?
yeah.
And if
And
you following
it's a
somebody else's
science.
script, you're not gonna be happy. You're not gonna find your paradise, your nirvana. I wanna like when we hear paradise, we thinking palm trees and cool water and all that stuff. When I'm saying that, I'm talking about a state of mind. Hell is a state of mind. Heaven, nirvana is a state of mind. And me and my uncle was kind of talking about this before. Um, we were talking about how when you die, how you decide if you're going to heaven or hell or not is just the frequencies that you collectively went through in your life. So if you were more happy than angry and you did the right things and you made the right choices, whatever that means, that's how you vibrate to the heaven. That's how you get closer to the source. But if you were always mad, you were always fighting, murder, like drugs, which is just an offense to yourself, to your soul, and like when you cussing somebody out, you really cursing yourself. When you do all those negative things, you're just vibrating into that state. So hell for you would just be a constant state of anger or a constant state of sadness and all those types of things. Like, it's very, very simple because energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So you're only going to vibrate to the frequency that you are most used to. That's just like my heaven might be my heaven might be, if I was to die right now, my heaven would probably be filled with intellectuals debating about shit. Like, excuse my
Yeah.
language, I don't know if we can cuss on here, but that would be my heaven. And it would
Nah,
be
yeah,
whatever,
you can
you know what
cuss,
I'm
you can
saying?
cuss on this motherfucker. Yeah, you can cuss on
Okay.
here. Yeah, we cussing over here. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
only way they get niggas' attention. A motherfucker.
Right, right. And oh, let me say this too. This goes back to the no matter if you believe in the entities or not, it's still your actions. Think about when we say channeling spirits. When you're channeling spirits, you are actually unconsciously accepting the fact that an entity is coming through you to display something out, to express itself from your vessel, though. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that does kind of show you that you are neutronic. Before you listen to anything, when you first wake up, you might be like calm and collected, but then somebody you don't like might come around you and say something, and now you mad, and you just absorbed their energy that they were pushing out. But before that, you were straight. And so, literally, I just keep coming back to that. We
Nah.
are
Stay
just
right there
we're
because
neutronic. That's electronic. That's the enemy. The enemy in the mirror is you. Like you are the enemy. You attract the people that you don't like because you're constantly thinking about how much you don't like them. You feel like you can't keep money in your pocket because you're always thinking about losing money. Like that is honestly the secret, the biggest secret that the so-called elites ain't telling us is just that our thoughts are creating our realities. The things that we have accepted as reality is what's continuing. Like I was saying earlier, we're living in a hologram. We're literally like anything that we touch atoms can't actually touch each other. There's a force field in between, so you're only feeling electrical currents going through your body. Like everything is just a temporary feeling. It's not. None of this is real. None of this
And
is
I
real.
want to piggyback on that. You know, where you say like temporary, because we are very irrational right now as people, especially melanated people, black people, whatever you want to consider. I'm just say melanated. Um, a lot of us make decisions on Sunday that we won't give a damn about on Tuesday, but by the decision being so intense, you really didn't fucked up half of your life. So
Yeah.
that's why a lot of times when I be speaking to people, I say, please put facts over feelings. FOF. Put facts over feelings, because a lot of our temporary feelings, especially you women out there, you're not gonna give a damn about it in 3 days. So instead of always acting on these emotions, because a lot of us say, oh well, I'm spiritual, I'm in tune with my feelings. Being in tune don't mean to negate your other components that make you up. Feelings is not just everything that makes up a person. Intellect, um, observation, um, all these different emotions that you might feel as a person, or these different characteristics. This is what makes up a person. So a lot of us, we get so caught up on, well, you could have said something like this, you could have, and I agree. It is certain times where you have different teachers. You have different teachers that cater different things. But do y'all not see kids is 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 getting very disconnected from certain things in life? Do y'all not see human trafficking is at an all-time high? Do y'all not see we are not even remotely close to any of the ancient teachings or our ancient ancestors? Do y'all not see how far behind we are? How soft spoken do y'all want niggas to be? Like, that's my whole thing. Like, how soft spoken do y'all really want people to be? To making a decision on immediate emotion is the downfall. Redhead Swift, I agree, because people always laugh at me and say, okay, this nigga Phoenix can never be in a relationship for a long period of time. It don't have nothing to do with the again, time is an illusion. It's so many people that have dated certain people or interacted with certain people. When they view challenge, when you challenge somebody to gain weight, lose weight, start a business, their perception is clouded, and they view it as you are trying to tear me down, you're trying to rip me apart. Now
Hmm.
it is some niggas out here like that, but it's a good portion of people that genuinely is trying to help people. There's a lot of people that's literally helping people, and they losing. I don't know how many motherfuckers I done lost within the last year due to I'm too stern in my approach. And these are spiritual people. So I
Hmm.
understand if I'm talking to people that's in the world and that's worldly and that really don't know how to organize their emotions. But these are so-called spiritual people that are supposed to be divine, and in tune. But y'all have to still understand, to be in tune, it doesn't just mean everything you feel you explore through words. Sometimes you explore through actions. A lot of times when I feel away, I don't go cuss a motherfucker out. I go to the gym. I go write a song. I go write music. So it's just many different avenues to get into that. So
Yep.
I'm gonna wrap this up in a little bit, but solutions. And by the way, y'all make sure y'all check out the guide. We got some more stuff coming, and I'm gonna be going live. So if y'all do want to go live tonight, y'all just let us know if y'all want to join the conversation. If not, y'all just can DM us and we can go from there. But solutions, what is the solutions? Because at this point, um, my answers change every year. What is the solutions to damn, it's hard to say, because every time we come up with solutions, some shit always get fucked up. Somebody always got to come in the room and fuck everything up for everybody. So,
Facts.
what's some solutions
I
for you,
I
bro?
would say I would say with this line and this frequency that we on, the biggest solution is just to own the fact that we create our own reality, and you cannot control what others do to you, but you can control how you react to what people do to you, because that is just a passing energy. That is just a temporary disturbance in your peace, in your nirvana. When something happens to you, understand that it's just for a moment. And it might feel like forever in that moment. Like, I'm gonna be real with y'all, and I'm gonna be kind of candid a little bit. I lost a child, like my second child, uh 4 months ago. And when I was curled up on the couch crying about it and depressed, I never thought that I would be doing what I'm doing right now, even just talking to y'all. So you got to understand that no matter how intense the emotion or the feeling of that particular moment that you're in, nothing lasts forever. Happiness don't last forever. Sadness don't. Anger don't. Fear don't. Anxiety don't. Peace doesn't last forever. We are just energy. We're balls of energy going through fields of different emotions, feelings, and experiences. Real talk. And I guess that's my solution. Just understand that everything is temporary, good and bad. And
Yeah.
if you can do that, that means you will not be attached to whatever stimuli you are dealing with, and you understand that at a certain point in time, in a certain point of your perception, that it will be over. And so when
Uh,
somebody step on your shoe, you're not gonna be mad about it for 2 weeks.
yeah. Hey, I rock with it. My solution, like I said on the God podcast, man. Mine is these kids, man, because like I said, every year my stance change, and I'm just now getting motivation back to even like really speak out on like certain topics. My motivation is these kids, man. Right now, if you watching this, if you stumble across this video right now, if you have a kid, a niece, a nephew, any of that, if you can get one of them, because we keep talking, fuck all that saving. I'm sorry. Fuck all that saving. I'm gonna say no. Find you a niece, nephew, or your own daughter or son, and you teach them everything you know. I'm saying everything: alchemy, meditation, taekwondo, yoga. Um, don't yell at them. Actually learn from them. When your child is showing signs of, like, say if you might not be with their parent no more, but they act like their parent. When their child is showing signs of that, make them do push-ups, help them with meditation. You can do these things, but we gotta get off our ass, and we have to actually apply these things, because a lot of people love speaking about. For one, it's not such thing as a bad kid. That's for one. We can go ahead and eliminate that. I'm tired. That's an excuse for parents that don't want to do shit.
Right.
Most kids that cannot, quote unquote, sit down and behave or whatever, they not bad. They should just be doing taekwondo or playing soccer or shit. But we don't want to do that. We too busy on our phones, um, watching Netflix, doing bullshit. But we don't want to get up and actually help these kids. So me, that's my solution. As far as adults, I've been teaching my nephew affirmation, self-love. They've been asking me to get them crystals too, and they're 5 or 3. Right, I rock with that, because even now, when all my nieces and nephews come to my house, they eat vegan. Now, do they know the difference? No. So I was seeing something on Twitter like last year. People saying, I just don't like how parents is forcing them to the lifestyle on their kids. Y'all are forcing kids to eat GMO foods, and y'all knowingly know that this shit is killing them. But when I want to give my kid, or I want to give my nieces and nephews something that have substance to it, or that's less contaminated, y'all have a problem. And this is showing this the illusion that we live in. When y'all hear illusion, y'all really don't know what that's the illusion. So that's my main solution. Um,
Do you
And
mind if
far as family, bro, because I think when you go through your journey of just transitioning to a new life, family is definitely going to be the hardest obstacle. Me, I do a pretty good job at not giving a fuck or giving a damn. And I'm gonna be honest, me being homeschooled, it helped me do that. And I was a sick child, so I was either homeschooled at home or I was always in a hospital. And by me being away from people, it always taught me the lesson of entertaining yourself. It always taught me to soak up a lot of things rather than react. Like when I did go to public school, you couldn't peer pressure me to do shit. Fuck with certain girls, smoke, drink. You couldn't get me to do anything. And I was a popular nigga, still is. You couldn't get me to do that. So um, family ain't really hard for me, but I know a lot of y'all it's very hard to completely separate from certain family that y'all feel is toxic or closed minded. I'm not here to tell you to do it or not. I'm just telling y'all, you're not gonna win that battle. I'm just go ahead and give you the feet now. You are not going to win that battle. When you talking about 60, 70, you talking about 60 and 70-year-old people that have an ideology for 50 years that something out the sky is going to come save them, and you think because you know about sage and meditation that's going to convince them, you have to eliminate that. Now you can go try. I just haven't seen it done. Not one person that I know that is awakened have successfully converted their closed-minded family as a whole, let's just say 50%, to accept, and not just only accept, actually practice with them. I have never met nobody like that. And me, I'm a very good convincer. If y'all know, I'm very good with words. I haven't been able to do that. So my advice would be go cold turkey. If it's certain family that you know in your heart and your spirit that every time you come into contact with them, it's a frequency that you can't really describe. Every time you come around them, it's damn near hell on earth. Everything is negative. Everything is your fault. Everything is like that. So my whole thing is I would go cold turkey. Now I'm gonna give alternative. Everybody not like me, you, whoever. If you having problems with family, right? Um, let them see you on your terms. You see what I'm saying? So even if you want to build a relationship with your mom, your dad, or whoever, let you be the driver of this friendship and relationship. So mom, hey, I don't do this. I don't go here. I don't drink that. Now you controlling it. But a lot of us, we just kind of walk into our parents, our grandparents' world and think we finna change that. That's not going to change. So that's my solutions, bro. I would say we all come together. We didn't try that. I would say we all do that. We too divided at this point. So I feel like each person that have a bright idea needs to just focus on that area, and somehow all our areas was going to meet. But I don't think we need to keep forcing it and everybody come together. It's just going to crumble. So I think everybody work on y'all individual selves, y'all individual movements, and everything like that is just going to align. It's going to align in divine time. But go ahead, bro.
Okay. Now, I wanted to ask you, is it all right if I tell people about my program I was telling
No,
you about
bro, go ahead, do that.
for
We
this year?
that's what we own over here, bro. Like I'm about
All
to
right.
put on for all my people. So like do your thing, bro.
So, for those who don't know, I am a ISSA certified nutritional coach, and I've started a program for those who need like help with their self-esteem, and I also teach like nutritional guidance. It's called Knowledge by Nature, and I have a website that's knowledgebynature.square.site. If you follow me, you can go ahead and it's in the description. But what it is, it's a 6-month program, and I'm teaching lectures on nutrition. We're having like self-esteem workshops, and you get a personalized meal plan, and it's actually like the lowest cost on the market. So if you know somebody who needs something like that, or if you need it, or if you want to sponsor somebody, just go ahead and check out the website, or you can DM me for more information. And like the actual program starts in January, but I'm trying to get all the mentees I can so I can do the interviews and figure out what are the certain things that each individual needs from the program. So yeah, I wanted to just let y'all know that we actually out here trying to make a difference. Because a lot of us, especially a lot of us spiritual people, we do a lot of talking, but we don't do action. And a lot of people are just like donation based, and they just want donations because they're teaching something that somebody else taught them or they learned. And like me, like people like me and people like Phoenix, we actually trying to put the boots on the ground and change lives, especially the youth's lives. So yeah, I
Yeah,
wanted to just
we ain't trying, bro. We doing it, bro. Like at this
facts.
point, at this point, it's either you're gonna make the 3-pointer or you just gonna die. At this point, he ain't even know. At this point, we gotta
Yeah.
make the shot. We can't even try no more, bro, because it's wild. But I'm gonna read some of these comments, man. Great awakening is happening. I did a video on the Great Awakening / separation. I think it's more of a separation happening than a awakening. This is my personal observation. I think it's more of a separation happening because I think a lot of us that's woke, we kind of been woke, honestly.
Yeah. That's what that rapture is about.
Exactly. It's fucking frustrating trying to have them listen. That's why I said, bro. Like a lot of us, we just look, man. I'm 25. At 19, that's when I gave up. Now, I still interact with people and teach people, but I won't allow myself to ever feel that frustration that I felt before. Because when you get too frustrated, now if you understand science, that's not healthy, bro. Like when you too frustrated to even like work and do certain things because you trying to convince or convey a point, you need to get out that situation, bro. That's a relationship, a friendship, any type of shit. It says family always trying to make you seem crazy.
Yeah, they
Uh,
do.
I went through that shit too, bro, and well, I did, but I didn't because my family kind of knew at an early age. I can I can I can destroy a lot of people insults with just questions to a question. So even if family trying to make you seem crazy because you into like um new things or whatever, I'ma ask them everything. Why you believe what you believe? You see what I'm saying? So before they get to talking about, oh, why you meditate every day and why do you do yoga and why you believe in astral projection and extraterrestrials, and before we even get there, I'm gonna ask you why you believe in shit you believe in. And I need scientific facts. And I'm gonna ask you to prove everything you saying I'm crazy off of outside of the source you're getting it from. So when we talking about like the Egyptians, the Ankh, I got the Olmecs on me, I got Nigeria. Everything that I speak out, and for my God that's on the phone now, for the most part, everything we speak on, we not only can just say out of our mouth, we can give you a science to it, we can give you the spiritual in tuneness to it, and we can give you the historical background. Because a lot of y'all get on here and y'all get to talking about, spirituality and tarot cards, and then I ask you, who is Marcus Garvey? Niggas is like, who? You did all that
Yeah.
tarot card reading, but you don't know who Queen
You
Zika
don't know the
is.
goat. The
You see what
goat.
I'm saying? You don't know who Shaka. You don't know none of these. And I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying for us to build a more intellectual, intelligent community, we have to understand everything we talking about. So hey, if y'all out there and y'all family, your girl making you feel crazy, or they saying you crazy and they not listening to you, I'm gonna just tell you now. A lot of people not. I don't think it's compromising like that. I don't know about you, but that's just um
And
my personal take. I don't really see too much when you date people or you like in relationships or friendships with people on this journey. You damn near have to already be halfway when y'all meet. I'm gonna be honest because some people can convert and go cold turkey, but the chances of that is very slim. See what I'm saying? But
I, I, the way I look at it is, I always assume that unless I'm like on a live talking to intellectuals, I always assume that I'm the smartest in the room, and so I don't like try to force people to understand on my level. I'm not saying that I dumb myself down, but I just accept that certain people are on a certain
so
level
question,
in their journey.
question, bro. Not to cut you, right? I think people got us fooled, bro. You know what I mean by that? I feel like people have selective intelligence. That's just my observation.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
a lot of times I'll be like, okay, I'm the smartest nigga in the room, but I know for a fact if you really wanted to, you can get over here. And I think at this point, bro, I'm gonna be honest. This a sad shit about it. I think we have selective intellect
yeah,
because when it comes to talking about bullshit or anything else, people can break down. When we just seen the whole shit with the baby, niggas turn into lawyers, niggas turn into podcasts overnight. So
right.
again, I don't think that the information is not digestible. I feel like we do a pretty good job at speaking about things where
Yeah.
even if it's a word you never heard, you still kind of grasp. I just think we've been prioritizing uh, self-destruction behavior so long that that's just how we function. You see what I'm saying?
I wanna kind of address two people that's in the chat. Reloading
Yeah, go
said
ahead.
assumptions are poisonous, and I want to kind of correct that. When I say that I assume that I'm the smartest in the room, I'm not saying that I don't think other people have intelligence. I'm saying that I'm not going to bust out and start talking about frequency manipulation when everybody's talking about what happened to LeBron James. That's what I mean by I assume that I'm the smartest in the room because I
Yeah,
respect the different levels of where I'm at, and I'm in, and I want to. And Mizzy Mirror 24 said that's a definition, a stereotype. I'm not sure if he's saying like you were describing a stereotype, or if he's saying that I was stereotyping. But I never stereotype. I just understand the environment that I'm in. I grew up in Flint, Michigan, right? I'm not gonna go outside and talk about physics when niggas is smoking and got guns and they talking about, you know what I'm saying? That would be stupid. Like
yeah.
I know what environment, I know how to vibrate in whatever environment I'm in. Like that's what it is.
Can I answer the what bro say? And I rock with bro. That's my bro. Who said assumptions are poisonous. Uh, I would say words. It has a connotation, bro. So assumptions can definitely be poisonous. Definitely. I'm tatted up. A lot of times niggas don't be thinking I'm like an intellect. A lot of times niggas don't be wanting to say hey because they're like, oh. But if y'all know me personally, y'all know I'm not nothing like that. I'm not soft at all, but y'all know I'm not no menace to society. But assumptions, like, okay, it's two ways of looking at it, right? When I walk in the room, you're gonna have to prove to me I'm not the smartest nigga in the room. So it's different. I'm not going in there saying, okay, I'm the smartest. Everything you say, I'm going to negate that. That's not what I mean. I don't think bro mean that. I think we speaking more on nigga, I jump higher than everybody in the gym. Now, you're gonna have to prove to me you can jump higher than me. And that's not if you in your lower self, you're gonna take that as cockiness, whatever, whatever. But if you in your higher self, you're gonna be like, oh, I like bro. I like this brother frequency. But I'm about to jump higher than him. And that's how you're gonna push each other. But especially with like men in our generation, we not able to do that because well, people in general, but I'm just speaking to two men on the phone right now. We can't even do that because a lot of times when we get challenged, we take that as an art of war. That don't mean you go to war with somebody. Somebody
Yeah.
challenge you and say, okay, I feel like I know alchemy more than what you know. Or I feel like I know um I can break down cultures in ancient Egypt better than you can. I don't take that as an insult. Maybe because I got tough skin. I don't know. I just don't take that. I take that as a challenge. So everything he said on this live and I say on this live, it's going to be a challenge for me to come back to what he said and vice versa. But that'll be my thing to
You know,
assumption. Go
people
ahead.
done died over arguing about basketball games or arguing about their favorite rapper. Like, there's just a certain level that you have to kind of acclimate yourself when you're in different environments. It's just that's a part of intellect is knowing when to be the breeze in the room or the hurricane or the tornado. You feel me? Like it telling